Hey everybody, Bonehead for the Bonehead podcast, and before I move on, I want to shout out that this is an editorial video. So this is going to be about 10 minutes of me talking through some of my thoughts in the hope that you guys will listen and respond and give me feedback and guidance and let me know your thoughts on it. Because this has been playing on my mind a little bit recently, and the real question, the real conundrum of this is how much Blood Bowl is too much. And I mean specifically for the channel and games. I'm talking about games of Blood Bowl. So I guess that's where we'll begin. We've had a heck of a year. I've had a heck of a 6 months. It's my birthday coming up. In fact, this video, monthly meta Saturday, will be coming out on Sunday, which is my birthday. Kapla. And you get to the point where you start thinking, right, how's the year been? What have we achieved? What do I want to achieve in the future? How does my next year look? What does it look like? What are my goals going to be? Last year was brilliant for me and Tiff. You know, we bought this house, we built the studio, we had Libby. Please, the order of that is random. No, do you know what? The order of that was chronological. There you go. That's how we get around that. So we had our little daughter, we bought the studio, we bought the house, and that regard, fantastic. And then kind of thinking about what do we want from next year. I mean, there's a couple of things that specifically within the channel that we're working on at the moment that I'm really excited for, really happy with, and a little bit relieved of a couple of things. So kind of the two things going on in the channel, we've got Milton and Ben, who are also going to be working on fulfilling orders from the shop. So if you've ordered stuff from the shop, you've probably not got it very quickly because it's just been me, and with everything going on, it's just been absolutely swamped. So we've minimized products available to try and slow it down, and that hasn't really helped, and it's just too much for me to keep up with. So the lads were like, actually, you know what? Chuck us a printer each and we'll help. So that's going to be fantastic. So as we go forward from June, order fulfillment will hopefully be 3 times as fast, because Ben and Milton will also be dealing with orders, and Trips will be dealing with kind of like the admin side. So kind of working as a team to mean that if you want an STL team, if you want a 3D printed team or star player or anything, we'll be able to actually get it to you a lot quicker than just me, which is fantastic. Because my thought process is, spending time on the shop has meant that I've had no time to spend on content. And I really love exploring Blood Bowl with you guys. I love talking about Blood Bowl and thinking about Blood Bowl and playing Blood Bowl. And it's awesome. And I've missed it because we've been doing so much with, honestly, with fulfilling orders and doing the shop and stuff, which is great. And it's really lovely to be supported. But I want to do the videos, I want to do the content, and this is hopefully, well, I'd be very surprised if it doesn't mean that actually we can keep the ball rolling with the content. And that brings me to this question. So what does the next year look like for us? Monday Night Blood Bowl has been a big focus for us, and we've got the studio set up, we've got the cameras set up, and I think we're doing a pretty good job of being able to live stream a game. We've got some good fun camera angles. We've got the player cams, we've got the dice cam. We've got better overlays coming in next week as well. Next week? Technically next week. And I'm really happy with how that's shaping up. So we're going to be moving the Bonehead Championship to live on Monday Night Blood Bowl. So from June, not only will the shop be opening in full with all 4 of us really working on fulfillment, we'll be every Monday night playing a game in the Bonehead Championship live. So you will see that league unfold every single week. It's not going to be the same as it was before. Like the way we used to do it with the pre-recorded stuff, I could do some editing and it was really good. And I like the point of view, but we want to explore the live streaming element for now. So every Monday there will be a Bonehead Championship live game for June, July, August, and then finals in September, and then winter season. We're going to have some fun and do some other stuff. And then we've got something very cool and very big coming next year. That's the goal for us. So that's all within the live streaming element. And this is the question. So sorry, I've rambled on for 4 minutes now. The question is, how many games of Blood Bowl do you want to see on the channel every week? How much Blood Bowl is too much Blood Bowl? So I think about the way I watch content and the way how much content I consume of other games and other stuff. And it's quite a lot, I suppose, but I'm in a weird circumstance where I work from home and I've got Libby, and you know, if I'm doing stuff, I've generally speaking got something on. So I'll watch a couple of games of 40k, you know, play on tabletop or tabletop tactics. I'll watch a game of theirs a week. If one of the matchups takes my fancy, I'll watch 3 or 4 Magic the Gathering streams, like just some drafts, not streams, some recorded videos, some drafts from LSV or Cheon. And that's kind of my content. So that's what, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos, and their videos are about an hour to an hour and a half each. So that's probably about right. That's probably like one a day, or every other day I won't have a chance to watch one, or one won't take my fancy, and then the next day I'll watch one in the morning, one in the evening, or whatever, just one while I'm working or something. That's kind of my clip. And it got me thinking about, we're focusing on the live stream of the games, but I also want to do other stuff. Like, I also want to go back and film another Bonehead Championship with the point of view, potentially, or do 7 Super Series with the point of view cam. It doesn't necessarily have to be handheld. In fact, I've been working on something, and I don't think you can quite see it, but on this side, we've got an additional rail now that's kind of going along the wall where I can mount cameras. And the idea being that I can play, and this will be me looking down at the pitch, and there'll be a camera here, and it will be out of shot, so you'll see me, I'll see my reactions, and then this camera will be a PTZ camera. It'll be programmed to have the different zones of the pitch, so you will get kind of over the shoulder shot of the pitch as I'm playing the game, and I can focus on different areas, so we can get both player cams, which I do think was missing from the old point of view way of doing it, when we want them, and you can still get that, okay, I'm playing from behind. I'm seeing the board as the player is seeing it, which I think is actually underrated when it comes to Blood Bowl stuff, especially when it comes to live. The cool thing is that at some point we can roll out what I'm going to call the enemy camera. So actually, you have it behind the shoulder, you've got the live stream of the 2 players, and there will be a shot that's actually, you know, from that player's point of view on the pitch. Very cool. Just love playing with it. But for now, we're going to focus on really getting the live stream stuff sorted. But I'm an optimization specialist by trade. I think, what's next? How can we make this better? What else can we do? What else can we do? You know, how many games of Blood Bowl can we do? And this is the question to you, is how many games would you watch a week? How many games of Blood Bowl would you watch a week? Each one of the live streams we've done so far has been 2.5 hours long. That's a lot. That is a lot of time. Now, tuning in live, it's cool. And what we want to do is make Monday Night Blood Bowl a kind of a gathering, a destination for people to come and just watch a thing together and hang out and have a chat. And that's why I'm so excited by the live stream stuff. But I also, at some point, we're going to want to do other things as well, whether it's rolling out 7s or doing match play stuff. And the prospect of doing 2 live streams a week, I don't think is feasible for me and the guys right now. With everything going on, it's in the future, potentially, we can. So that makes me think, if we can only do 1 live stream a week, could we do a day a month where we record a bunch of games like we used to? Actually, that is feasible. But then it's kind of a case of, right, well, if we put out 2 Blood Bowl games a week, is that going to be too much for everybody? Is that too much content? The daily videos, I like doing, and we tend to try and vary the topics. So if you want to know about, you know, the monthly meta, you watch it. If you want to know top 5, I'm looking for a nobility team, you'll watch it. If you are looking to the update of the Shadows, College of Shadows team, you'll watch it. And if you don't fancy that, you won't worry about it. So, you know, we do 7 videos a week if we can, and maybe you'll watch 4 or 5 of them. Because it's not about the views. Like, this is a hobby channel for us. We massively appreciate the way you guys support us, whether you're a Patreon, a YouTube member, you use the shop, you watch the videos, because it means we can buy the cool equipment so that we can make better content. That's everything to us. Like, that's what we do with the support you give us, is we put it into the channel, and that's massive. And we use views as an indicator of what you like to watch, not like it only gets 2,000 views, so I'm not going to bother with this anymore. We're not view chasing, ever. I mean, the closest thing I've ever done to a clickbait title was when I did the editorial the other month about, you know, do we worry about Blood Bowl now because of the way Games Workshop are failing at being able to fulfill orders. Turns out gnomes landed, and I don't think anybody really had any problems, apart from obviously the dice being sold out immediately because they don't like making dice. Fine. Do you know what? You get the team, you get the rules, you get the spike, you're good to go. The pitch is lovely as well. That is there. So my question to you, and I want this in words if you can. Numbers is fine too. Because I think the question, and I think the answer is going to be, how many games of Blood Bowl would you like to watch a week? And I think the answer is going to be somewhere between 1 and 2. And it's really interesting because Blood Bowl, we can do in very different ways. We can do one live stream. We could do pre-recorded point of view 11s. We could do pre-recorded point of view 7s. We could do Dungeon Bowl. Like, there's a lot of Blood Bowl to do, but how much is too much? And that is really the question for us, because we've got a plan for the next 4 months. That is going to be focusing on doing the live Bonehead Championship. Then we can learn from what we've done and adjust as we go forward. I've got something very, very, very cool planned for next year. It depends on what you guys want and whether the championship does well and works. Actually, no, it doesn't really. As long as the boys are on board, I'm doing this thing next year because I'm very excited. But just, I want to know how many games you'd watch a week. How many games do you want to watch a week? And like I said, I think the answer is probably going to be, I'd love a game of 11s and a game of 7s every week. And you know what? That's something we can work towards. So this is my question to you. How much Blood Bowl is too much? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll be back soon with more actual Blood Bowl content. Happy blocking. Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to support the channel even further, please like and subscribe. It really does help us out. Or come join us on YouTube members or in Patreon, where you can get exclusive access to some content, some loot, early access to basically everything we do, as well as regular competitions. Or you can pick up some Bonehead Podcast loot either on our website at boneheadpodcast.com. We've got the Dungeon Bowl things, we've got tokens and stuff like that, or on our Spreadshirt site as well. Everything you do just helps us make more content and hopefully do it of better quality. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Happy blocking.